Hey everyone, it's Kerry Kennicott, your no pressure car guy from Peak Kia North in Windsor, Colorado. Today I want to show you the ins and outs of the brand new 2023 Telluride and how all the amenities work. This particular model is the SX Prestige X Pro, which will be the new top of the line trim. A couple things I want to point out: new front fascia, new grille style, new lights, no more ambient lighting, you got the up and down lights. They're also LEDs. New wheel packages, new tire packages. This particular one will show you has the 18-inch wheels with the more aggressive all-terrain tires and sits a half an inch higher than the other models. New on the 2023 is the new key fob. So you see it's a little different than the before models. You have lock, unlock, open the back liftgate, honk the horn, and your remote start is on this side all by itself. Newly on the 2023s is the new handle for the key fob. So they used to have a black button right here. You walk up to it, all now you have to do with the key fob in your pocket, just put your hand in there, open the door. When you're leaving, just press that button and it locks. On the 2023s, there's a few new trim levels, the X Lines and the X Pros. They got rid of the Nightfall from the year before. What that does, this is the X Pro. As you can see, it's got the 18-inch wheels with the all-terrain bigger tires. It's gonna sit half an inch higher than the previous year. And then the X Line is gonna have the 20-inch tires, so if you like the 20s, you still have that option. On the back of the 23 Tellurides, you can also tell it's a little bit new. This whole fascia right down here is different than the 2022 model. You also have the new badging on the inside and outside of this vehicle that's going to say on the top lens X Pro right here, or X Line, or 4X if it's all-wheel drive on the lower trim levels. The biggest change to the 2023 interior, as you can tell, is the screen. So 24 inches across, you're going to have two different screens. Digital cluster here, typical Kia screen here, right? So over here first, this is the SX X Pro Prestige, so it's going to have the best digital cluster inside. You're going to have the blind spot cameras here. When you change to different drive modes, it's going to come up at different things on the digital screen. Steering wheel is pretty much the same. Voice activation here. Mode's going to be AM, FM, satellite radio. Your voice or volume controls here, presets here. This is going to answer the phone. This one's new, where you press that and you can pick what you want that button to be on the regular screen. To the right, your instrument cluster is going to go through here, and you got different things to look at in the instrument cluster, of course, trip information, miles per hour, all that right there. You're going to have a smart cruise control, which how that works is you're going to set it. This car is going to pop up next up here. It's going to have 4 boxes. That's going to be car links behind the car in front of you. You're going to hit this to whatever you feel comfortable. That will go all the way down to 0 miles per hour, all the way back up to where you have cruise set. One new thing about this one in the 22s didn't have, you're going to have the lane keep assist button right here. Before the model year, you had to have that with smart cruise control, which is active when that's on. Now you can put that on without smart cruise control working. What that does, it's right here. It will turn green when it's active with lane keep assist right here too. They work together where once you're driving, as long as you can see the lanes, you can literally take your hands off the steering wheel and it will keep you in the lanes. It will keep you around curves, anything like that, which is a great safety feature to have. Don't recommend having your hands off steering wheel for that long, but if you need to, you're able to do that. Lights are automatic as normal. Windshield wipers are still over here. Coming over to this area, this is pretty much the same as the previous year model. So you're going to just scroll left and right. You're going to have full navigation. You have a split screen here if you want it. I personally think it looks better without the split screen out. It's just more flush. Navigation menu, different ways to use that. If you're going to have an address you want to put in, you're going to put that in the search bar here. It's going to come up once you type it all in. You're going to press search. Okay, POI categories, that's different. So if you know you want to do something like gas stations, going out to eat, convenience store, hit gas stations, it's going to show you everything closest to you. All of this in navigation is also voice activated with the steering wheel on the button on the steering wheel. Phone, Bluetooth, you can hook up to 5 phones to the Bluetooth settings, and you can play your media over that if you'd like. It's going to connect to phone calls. Also have phone projection, which is the Apple CarPlay Android Auto. I usually put this star button for all my clients. When you press that, you can pick a few different things. The best one, honestly, is phone projection, because everyone uses the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So you plug your phone in the USB down here, press that button or press that button, this becomes your phone. And then the voice activation on the steering wheel is going to become either Siri or OK Google, depending on which kind of phone you have. Valet mode is part of the Kia Access app, which is also, or Kia Connect I should say now, which is right there. So that's if you're going to valet your car, you put it in the mode, it's going to kind of protect the car and let you know if they're doing anything crazy with it. Passenger talk, what that does is takes your voice, puts your voice in the speakers in the back. So if you have little kids, teenagers, whatever, You don't have to yell at them from up front. You can just talk normal and they're going to hear it back there. Quiet mode is a special feature that moves all the music to the front speakers. But that's for sleeping kids, sleeping grandparents, or whoever's in the back that doesn't want to hear the music. You can put it in quiet mode and move it all to the front. Rear climate control. So what's nice about the Telluride, which we'll show later, is the climate in the back is coming from the ceiling, which is a lot nicer than it coming from like behind the console, because everyone gets it instantly. So you can press rear here or right here, and then you can control it. If you're in the back and you're an adult, they can control it themselves on the roof. And you can lock it if you have your kids back there and you don't want them to mess with it. Voice memos, you want to make sure you have voice memos, you can. HD radio is pretty cool. Those two different things, it's cool because you can press the gas and you can actually see who's got the cheapest gas around. So if you're looking for gas, it shows you that, which is awesome. A little bit newer than the previous ones. You can do a station list. It will tell you all the stations and you just hit add station and it will put it there. Before it was a star, they got rid of that and now it's different. Okay. Let's see. In setup, a couple different things you can do here. The most important part of this is setup and vehicle. In this, now that's where all your driving assist stuff is. So if you want to press anything on or off, you just press it and you're going to go through all your driving features in here. If there's something you don't like when you're driving, you can turn it off. Don't recommend turning off any of the safety features, but that does give you the capability. Different drive modes, which we'll go over in a second. This particular model has the Prestige package, which is going to have the heads-up display up here, which puts everything on the screen or on the mirror when you're looking at it. Cluster, you can mess with everything in there. Climate control, what's nice, this one has the feature right here that you can turn your heated and cooled seats on when you remote start the car. So now I press those. No matter what the temperature is outside, the car knows to turn your heated seats or your cooled seats or your heated steering wheel on, which is awesome. Door, this one's important for people. If you've seen this and you didn't get the car from me, make sure you go to setup, vehicle, door, put your smart liftgate on if you have the EX or SX trim level. That allows you to use it, which if the car's been locked for over 30 seconds, you walk up to it and you have the key fob in your pocket, the car will beep 5 times, the door will automatically lift up. You don't have to kick it, anything, wave your foot, it just automatically does it. But you have to turn that on in the features or it won't work, okay? You also have liftgate automatic close. It will close after a certain amount of time if it's open. Digital key. This one is brand new for 2023. This allows you in the Kia Access app in the higher trim level, the SX, to link your cell phone, smartphone, to the car so you don't even have to carry the fob anymore. There you can just carry your key or your phone and you put it in here and it starts the car. In convenience, rear occupant alert is one that's very important. People have always asked about this. Why is my car alarm going off? If you this is for kids, so if you leave a kid in the back seat and you lock the car, it's going to tell by the sensors there's someone back there, and the alarm's going to go off to alert you someone's back there. The thing they don't tell you about that is if your windows are cracked, the wind will also set off the rear occupant alert. So I tell people, if you don't have little kids you're worried about back there, turn that off, especially with teenagers that hang out in your car when you're wandering inside somewhere. And then the other thing in here, you can set up auto rear wiper. That's everything in setup. Let's go into sound. So setup sound, you're gonna want to turn on hit this button to have the better surround view music, and then you go to tone. I think the best for Kia is 10 treble, 6 mid-range, and 8 bass. Of course, everyone has their own preference there, but in my opinion, that's the best way to go with these cars. Device connections is where you can do that. User profiles, if you have 2 drivers, you can change that in there, 1 or 2 drivers. And then you can do the special buttons here, screen layouts, different things in those setups, okay? Go over here, again, media is going to Bluetooth music from your phone, and the Kia Connect is the app you're going to download. That is 1 year free with Kia. One big thing too about the new SX model is this mirror. As you can tell, it's a digital mirror. You can see all the way around you. If you don't like that, all you gotta do is press it down and it goes away. Okay. This one also has Home Link, which is 3 buttons, and in the feature function guide, it will tell you how to set those up to your garage door once you're sitting in front of it. Up here, a couple of different things, pretty self-explanatory. The front sunroof is still push that back manual, and then you're going to press the button once to open it. This one's going to open just the back shade because it doesn't actually open. This button here will turn on all the lights when all the doors are closed. This one here has the lights on when one of the doors is open. And then this is the call Kia Connect. You have issues with the app, and this one's for roadside assistance or emergencies. Down here on the climate control, you have dual climate control on every single Telluride right now. So you're gonna have mine, passenger, fans, heated steering wheels over here. Everything else is self-explanatory. Down here, you have the heated seats up, cooled seats down, high, medium, low. And then in here, and I show you with my phone, you're gonna set your phone right here, and then it will be wireless charger. And you can close this too if you wanna hide it. This part's pretty important where it's gonna be your drive modes. So the one that I recommend everyone drives in is Smart. That's actually gonna use Sport, Comfort, and Eco to learn your driving habits and most likely give you the best gas mileage. Sport is gonna be the most fun one to drive in. That one's gonna have a higher RPM shift and more responsive steering. I tell all my clients, if you're in the hilly areas, you're in the mountains, always drive in Sport. Comfort's gonna be an in-between shift point. I don't think there's really any reason to use Comfort. And Eco is gonna have very low shift point, but it's supposed to give you the best gas mileage. And then if it's snowing, put in snow. This button right here says lock. If you're in areas with snow, lock's very important. So the Kias are 70% front axle power, 30% back axle power on a regular day. If it has any wet roads and it slips, it's 50-50 instantly. This button, you can press it, see it's locked, it's light up now. That locks it in 50-50 to both axle up to 27 miles an hour. This one right here is for automatic stop and go. So that's the feature that when you come to a dead stop, the motor turns off. When you let off the brake, the motor turns back on. If you don't like that feature, all you gotta do is press it, but you gotta press it every single time you start the car because it resets. Parking brake is right here. You just pull up on it. A couple ways to turn it off. Foot on brake, press the button, or as soon as you put it in gear, it's gonna go off automatically. You cannot get stuck driving with the emergency brake on. Now, auto hold goes with emergency brake. So if you have that on, it comes up in the cluster, and every time you come to a dead stop, it turns the emergency brake on. And then once you can relax, keep your foot off the brake, and then once you press the gas to go, it automatically goes off with the gas pedal. This button is gonna show you your backup camera. So new backup camera, as you can see, she's walking around there, but I'm not in reverse, so you can see it with ever. And then what this is cool, it's a new interactive 360. So you actually can roll the car around and see what's around your car before you take off, which is pretty cool. The last button on these is this P button. So that's for the parking sensors in the back that beep at you. If you don't like that when you get closer to something to have the beep, you can also turn that off. In the second row, you still have the sunshades, which is great. On this Prestige package one, you're gonna have a heated and cooled seats for the second row right here. And then if you come in, a couple ways to get this seat up. There's a button here and a button here. All you gotta do is press that, it slides forward, gets you in the third row. Ready? You put it back, you have the lever in the front, move it back or forward, and then this lever will recline the seat back, or you can fold it all the way flat. As far as while we're over here too, all you gotta do is press the gas, it will open. If the car is locked, you cannot open it. I'm gonna show you how the smart liftgate works. So it's locked, it's been locked every 30 seconds. I walk up, stand here, it beeps 5 times, and it just opens right up. I don't have to kick anything like other manufacturers, just gotta do that, pops up. You can turn the power liftgate off right here. You can also press, this is how you're gonna close it, or open it if it's coming back down. And you can also set the height. If you hold this button for 5 seconds, the height will change where you want it to change. Behind the third row, this of course has the cargo net. You have some storage underneath here, spare tires underneath the car. How you're gonna get it is over there. All your jacking information, everything is right there. Put that back in. Easy, same thing as the previous year. Pull, fold down, pull, and fold down. 2 buttons right here, L and R, that's gonna be to fold down the second row seats. All you gotta do is press that, they will fold down. You have to manually put them back up. And then you have another 12-volt inverter right here. Another upgrade in the SX in the top ones, now you have a 115-volt outlet also in the back, so if you need to plug anything when you're camping or something like that, you can just plug it in and run it. If you have any questions about these vehicles, feel free to call it or stop by the dealership in Windsor, Colorado.